Hi everyone, it's Brandon Chestnut with Identity Marketing and Public Relations, here to talk to you about how to give your press release a summer makeover. The press release has been the workhorse of the PR industry for years now, and just as the media has changed with the rise of social media, so has the way we distribute our news releases. It used to be direct mailing, hard copy, then Word documents, PDFs. Well, all that's kind of changed now, especially since Todd Dufferin and Shift Communications released their social media release template. We've seen a lot of changes in how people are distributing their news announcements, product announcements to their fans and directly to the media. So it's a good place to start if you're a company that's looking to integrate social media. Look at how you're distributing your news. Now this right here is a step up from having a PDF or a Word document on your site. This is just plain text dumped into our identity site. The reason it's a little bit better than a Word doc or a PDF is that you can actually search for this text, which is very, very important in today's search engine based world. You can also have hyperlinks right available to link to complementary information. But of course, this isn't that eye appealing. We're missing some things that could really give the story legs. Stuff that people can share that they can embed on their own blogs, they can take and use on their own sites, even the media to use on their now rich internet sites. So one thing you can do if you're a company that's looking to integrate social media is maybe explore the possibility of creating your own social newsroom. This is something Identity's done simply using a WordPress template. This is the same exact release which is on that last page, but instead of it just being text and hyperlinks, we've also included ways to embed photos, widgets from our Delicious page that shows our most recent bookmarks, links to all of our different social networks, Twitter feeds, RSS subscription capability, as well as a share this widget so people can share it on whatever networks are important to them, and definitely tags, which are really important for SEO. Now, this price can vary depending on the type of vendors you're using or whether you have someone in-house, but what's great about having your own social newsroom is it's branded like your company and you can make it look which way you want. You pretty much have a free range to explore and experiment. Now, if you're on more of a set budget, I really recommend taking a look at a service called Pitch Engine. Now, what's great about Pitch Engine is that it's a template service that will allow you to create your own social news releases and social media newsroom for only a couple $100 a year. This right here is actually the American Red Cross who uses the service. They have their own social newsroom which updates with all their different releases. Very appealing, very robust. And if you click on the actual releases themselves, you can see that there's embedded photos, embedded videos, all of them are shareable. There's tags for the different types of search information. You also have a dedicated dashboard at the bottom for sharing it on bookmarks, live streams, social networks, Twitter, wherever you need to be, and a dedicated short URL. This is definitely a lot more engaging and interactive than a simple Word document or PDF. And for a couple $100 a year, that's not too bad. So definitely think of taking a look at Pitch Engine and finding a way to create your own social newsroom. If you have a bit more of a budget and you want a little bit broader distribution, you can take a look at what the different wire services offer. PR Newswire offers what's known as their multi-view release, which is great. I mean, it's very similar to Pitch Engine. You can embed, video. It allows you to create related links or places you can share the content on various social networks. The real big advantage with using a wire service multimedia release is that, of course, it's a wire service, which means you can distribute very, very broad. You get a lot of impact online because of the thousands and thousands and thousands of media outlets that use wire services. The difference, of course, is that cost. Cost is probably the number one thing. You can spend hundreds to thousands of dollars to release just one multimedia release on a wire service versus the couple $100s for, say, Pitch Engine. But of course, it's you want the market penetration. That's the cost of basically doing business. So there's a couple different options here. Take a look around, do some research. If you have any questions, you can always hit me on Twitter at bchestnut or send me an email, bchestnut@identitypr.com. Another great post which gives some more information on what should really be included in a social media release or social newsroom. Check out Brian Solis's blog, briansolis.com. PR 2.0 has got a lot of great posts on social newsrooms and social releases because he's a big fan of them and really pushing the industry forward. So hope you guys learned something, and we'll check back in with you, and hopefully you'll all have social media releases by the end of the summer.